is full of crossroads, not the clean, labeled intersections you see on a map. I mean the quiet moments of decisions, the ones that hold the power to change everything. It's the choices we make at these moments, the moment when we choose courage over comfort. That defines who we truly are. Hello everyone, my name is Kajal. We are all taught about the safe path, the one paved by good scores, secure jobs, and a future that makes sense on paper. But what if that path requires you to make a choice that breaks your heart and at the same time brings your family back together? For the first 12 years of my life, my world was defined by two people, my maternal grandparents. They were my roots, my stability. Their home was not just a place, it was my emotional compass. They taught me the quiet dignity of hard work, the resilience found in small acts of kindness, and the unconditional love that truly anchors a soul. But for those 12 years, I also lived away from my parents. Ours was a life of scheduled reunions. I carried the memories of their visits and hope of my own trips to see them. I loved them, yet the separation created a distinct sense of living on the periphery of their lives, always anticipating the next temporary overlap. Then came the first crossroad, a fork that didn't just lead to a better school, but to the opportunity to finally live with my parents again. The school promised more than just grades. It offers various co-curricular activities that builds the confidence needed for future and to stand on stage fearlessly. Choosing it meant more than an academic shift. It meant a personal one. It was a choice between two good things, not a good and a bad one. It was not that I would not see my grandparents again. I would still visit them on my summer breaks, holidays, but it was about replacing that easy comfort of their presence. The morning cup of tea with my grandmother, the evening walk with my grandfather with the relentless competitive hum of the city. They believed I needed a city education to unlock my full potential. To accept meant I could finally be a full time family unit with my mother and father. But it also meant leaving the only home I had ever known and saying goodbye to the daily presence of my grandparents. Imagine, imagine being 12, standing in a doorway knowing you had to choose between the comfort of unconditional love and the routine of my life with my grandparents, and the courage to pursue opportunity and a deeper connection with my family. My heart was ripped in two. Leaving my grandparents felt like betrayal, like abandoning a safe, warm harbor. I remember my grandmother pressing a small, smooth stone into my hand, telling me to hold on to it when the city noise became too much. When I hugged my grandfather, I felt his old rough hands, the same hands which taught me to plant. That final moment was not a choice of opportunity. It was a physical amputation of my life up to that point. So I chose the path of greater opportunity and family unity. And it taught me the painful essential truth that growth is often inconvenient. It requires letting go of something you find comfort in, not just for opportunity, but sometimes for the life and family you have always wanted. And I'm standing here today because that first choice led me to fully understand the real meaning of the famous poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. They say two roads diverge in a wood, one worn smooth by the crowd and the other hidden, uncertain. Most people choose the safe path, security. But what if the other road is where your true life begins? My whole future came down to a second, more immediate choice. A stack of 10 board exam papers and a single pair of dance shoes. The safe path was clear. Focus on boards, a guaranteed score, a predictable college, and a predictable life built on someone else's blueprint. That path felt heavy and guaranteed, like a stone slab stamped with approval. And the other path was dance. Hours of impossible practice, the high risk of injury, and the terrifying, uncertain thought of making a life out of joy. This path was different. It was not one smooth by the crowd, but by my own sweat, passion, repeated falls. At that time, everyone whispered the same warning: be smart, Dance is just a hobby. Don't risk your future. But in that moment, I had a flash of clarity. A lesson learned year earlier when I said goodbye to my grandparents. The ro- that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a raw, essential beginning of it. So I chose the rougher ground. I put on the dance shoes. The road was brittle. My body ached. I stumbled on stage, and every single time I fell, the splintery floor of the dance studio became my greatest teacher, constantly telling me, "Get up, Kajal. Get up. This floor does not care about your fear." I stumbled on stage, and every single fall taught me something that comfort never could. It taught me that growth happens in a friction, right where the fear is. Now, moving to the final and immediate example, standing here, the fear of the spotlight, which brings me to the very stage I'm standing on right now. This is my recent crossroad. When I was first asked to try for a TEDx talk, my instinctual answer was no. I'm a dancer. I express myself through dance, not with words under a spotlight. The little voice of comfort screamed, "It's too public. What if you freeze? What if your idea is not clear? Just say no, stay safe." For some times, I wrestled with that fear. It was the same fear that whispered to me years ago when I said goodbye to my grandparents. It was the same fear which told me to choose textbook over the dance studio. But then I remember the promise I made to myself on the dance floor that courage unlocks everything. If my entire message is about choosing the unknown, embracing the difficult path to growth, then I cannot, in good faith, back down from the very opportunity that allows me to share that message. This stage is not a safe path for me. It is the most difficult, vulnerable, exposed path. My first crossroad was about courage to leave. My second crossroad was about courage to create. And this third one, standing here, is about courage to speak. It is precisely because I'm standing here, slightly terrified but absolutely ready, that my story is complete. I was not ready to participate in TEDx, yet here I am. Courage is not about being ready, it's about being willing. Today, I'm not defined by the path that everyone took, but by the one that I had courage to create. I left home to grow. I put on the dance shoes to express myself, and I stepped onto the stage to challenge myself. Every single time I chose a path that was harder, and every single time it made me who I am. So, if you stand at a crossroads in your relationships, in your career, in the mirror, one path feels easy and the other one fills you with a rush of terrifying excitement, remember this. Safety guarantees you will stay the same, but the courage unlocks everything. So go create your path, and when you do, let the courage lead the way. Thank you.